Hey guys, how's it going? Jared here, Dex and Dice, giving you your, as weekly as possibly can be, ramblings of an LGS owner. I tried to wrangle the squirrels a bit today, and I have a list of crap to maybe, hopefully, keep me on track, but we'll see. Best laid plans and blah blah blah. So, let's just go ahead and get this started, I suppose. There's going to be a shit ton of cars going on out front. It's Easter. Shop is on Main Street in downtown, so I apologize for any annoying background noises out of the ordinary. Um, but yeah, Easter. Happy Easter to everyone who does the Easter thing. Um, so, yeah, happy Easter. Uh, we ran a UniVersus qualifier yesterday. Um, Went pretty fucking swell, so that's always cool. Appreciate everyone who came out and spent time at the shop and hung in there to the finish and everything. Sorry to those that I don't know. I guess to put it bluntly, did poorly, got the crap kicked out of you, and just decided to dip. Totally understand. It is what it is. I think most of the people who showed up yesterday already had the points they needed anyways, so it was just kind of like an extra thing to do, kind of like what they're going to go out and do today at one of the bigger national chains in Greenville. I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to start any shit. Um, but yeah, so anywho, big thanks to those guys. I hope to see you guys a little bit more often when you can. I know a lot of you are out of towners, and I've been holding my coffee for a minute now. I just now noticed that, but let me take a sip. But I know a lot of you are out of towners, and it's a drive. Just being out in the sticks is a drive. But thanks for showing up. Um, it's always nice to see smaller games actually start to grow and become a thing, you know. Um, Luckily, Jasco doesn't seem to run into supply issues and everything like some other game that seems to be constantly having issues with it. One Piece. But anyways, just wanted to thank everyone for coming out for that, and for everyone who actually watches these rambling videos. I didn't actually expect there would be a lot of you to watch these videos, but I was just kind of throwing it out there for shits and giggles, um, therapeutic reasons, so forth and so forth. Yes, I would like to start making money off of this shit, but I don't expect that to even be a thing for another 2 years, 3 years, God willing, we're around. Um, so I'm just plugging along like most creators do, and just hope everything catches on, because there's no way in hell we are astroturfed and more than likely never going to get found out anytime sooner than that to blow up like a mofo and deal with the meteoric rise and possible meteoric fall if it ever happens. Be kind of interesting, to be honest with you. My weird I enjoy chaos thing would probably like to experience that, but I don't quite know. It would have to happen in order for me to give a gauge on that one. So, fingers crossed. But moving on from that one, just wanted to say thanks for that. If you guys do enjoy watching these videos, because I know a lot of you just kind of put it on for background noise and all that, which is perfectly acceptable, show it to some buddies, spread it around, whatever. Get them in on the conversation, tell them to swing by the shop, all that good stuff, word of mouth, blah, blah, blah. That being said, we finished March Madness for our casual Commander League Fridays. It was kind of a letdown, but I get it. It's Easter weekend. It was an extra week since March has 5 weeks. We weren't really having the normal event thing going on. We were doing a judge tower, so I get it. It was not everyone's cup of tea, and everyone was just like, well, I got other stuff to do, So, Friday was a little lackluster, but shit happens, it's business. But to ease, hold on, my ankle itches. To ease everyone's mind about the next at least 2 months worth of our Commander League Fridays, it's just going to be our normal casual Commander League Friday stuff. And for those of you who still, for some fucking reason, think that we have the original restrictions we had, we don't. I just going off my mind here, like, I think the only real restriction that we have anymore, two restrictions actually, are if you're going to go infinite, at least wait until, after your turn 5. Like, once turn 6 hits, by all means, go the fuck off. That rule is there to give everyone a chance to either A, play for a little bit, or B, get a response to it. So yeah, that's one of the restrictions. The second one is the straight out, like, you win the game conditions, like Thassa's and other shit that I can't think of right now. Approach of the Second Sun, so forth and so forth. You can't use those. However, if you are one of those annoying little players that has to have the, oh, I win conditions, you can use the target player loses the game. Just hear me out on that one. You can still use target player loses the game conditions. That's your workaround if you have to be one of those people that doesn't really want to play the game and just wants to insta-win off of some dumbass combo or whatever. Yeah, I said what I said. So, that's the only two conditions that Casual Commander League Friday has anymore. We don't have any of the restriction on the tutors or mana rocks or any of that shit. That's really about the only two. We do ask that you don't have like a deck that is beyond like a really high 8 pushing that 9 in the power level stuff. That's really about it. So I guess there's 3 conditions. That would be it. Like, we have a CEDH league on Thursdays for that particular reason. If you want to come in and fucking curb stomp people on turn 2, Thursdays are your day. Fridays are more casual, hence the name, because a lot of the people that come in, they really just want to play the game, hang out, have a good time. They don't want to be sweaty tryhards about it, none of that shit. They just want to play some Magic, chill the fuck out, hang out with some people, and then go home and go to sleep. Like, that's as simple as it gets. We also have a new website, thanks to Heather for piecing that one together. It doesn't look like something out of the 90s anymore, so that's a huge fucking plus. Yeah, she did a really good job. She worked her ass off for it, especially with like my little, I don't know, minimalist tastes, I guess you can say. She did pretty fucking good. So yeah, the link will be in the description. So just give the website a look. Let us know what you think about it. Then I think that might be about it for just generalized, like, local yokel rambling, like, thanks, hey, this is a thing, and so forth. So, another random thing I was thinking about was maybe, just maybe, and let me know what you guys think. Like, if you're a Cornerstone member or whatever and you're in the Discord, shoot me a message or go into the Cornerstone chat room and let me know what you think about this, though. But what if I were to drop the Cornerstone membership and move to, like, Patreon or something? Something that's a little more well-known, people might possibly trust more to actually, like, join up and all that good stuff. So just let me know what you guys think about that. If I get an overwhelming positive response for that, I will probably just migrate to a Patreon or whatever, and then do, Patreon things as far as like special sales, pricings, etc., etc., etc. So just let me know what you guys think about that one. Now, moving on. let's go to Magic because it's my jam and it's what I like to bitch about. Because I don't know enough about anything else to really bitch about it, even though sometimes I do. I don't generally like talking about shit that I don't know a thing about. So, let's just get right into it. The With Thunder Junction coming up, it doesn't seem like it's being received very well at all. It's got a really janky story. The cards are kind of, from what I've been hearing, like super hit and miss. There's some that you want, some that you don't, like in every set, but this one seems to be a little bit more like out there with that one. The setting is, like I said, it's weird. The story's kind of weak. It just seems like a whole bunch of shit, kind of like Karlov Manor actually, that was just from the reject pile from other sets that just got shoved into. Oh hey, there's this plane that's, what was it, like it's uninhabited, and then there's like a vault or some bullshit now, so everyone's coming to get it. Sounds like a fucking Borderlands plotline, you know. Um, so yeah, it's just, and like everything else that got cut that wasn't in Karlov just seems to be shoved into this shit. Especially like the mechanics and all that, which I forgot to write down what they're called, but I mean, why didn't they just bring back kicker? Is my thing. Instead of having a whole new, entirely new mechanic just to throw into the complicated bullshit that is Magic, they could have just brought back kicker and had just different kicker costs instead of a whole new mechanic with different costs. Anyways, heaven forbid they try to streamline some shit. Um, from that aspect, though, I'm gonna talk more about the stores, distros, and WotC thing. Stores are not requesting as much as they did because Karlov was shit. Hence, stores aren't requesting a lot. Distros aren't requesting a lot from WotC themselves because the distros are stuck with a buttload of fucking Karlov because the whole entire thing that used to be, that like rang true, was Magic sells. It's supposed to sell. It always has sold. Like, even back in, shit, what was it, late 90s, early 2000s or whatever, when Magic was going to end for the first or second time, it still sold. Um, just like it still sells now, but you don't have the distros sitting on pallets of shit like they used to sell because eventually they would sell through it. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore, so distros are even requesting less from WotC. Even though word around the campfire is WotC themselves are cutting down the print run, I still don't think they expected or expect the little demand, and I say little, but it's still a big demand, but from prior years and all that other shit, it's little. What little demand there has been for their product. Because it just simply doesn't sell anymore. People aren't coming in and buying sealed. Lots of places just aren't buying sealed. Doesn't matter if it's a, well, booster and set boxers gone. So we'll just say play booster, commander decks, whatever. Like, a lot of the sealed shit just simply doesn't sell. Your commander decks seem to be the only thing that actually sells, but that's just because commander's a popular format right now and everyone plays commander, so of course it's gonna fucking sell. So I think they're feeling a lot of pressure and a lot of, and by they I mean like WotC, a lot of like what the fuck, and they're not necessarily panicking at the moment, but I think they're getting to that point because they're starting to kind of half-ass threaten shops by having their allocations of MH3 commander decks, I don't want to say cut, but not guaranteed unless you run four Thunder Junction drafts between date 1 and date 2. I forget what the dates are, but I mean, it's I'll figure it out. But yeah, they're basically forcing WPN stores to run Thunder Junction drafts 4 times in between these dates to secure a guaranteed number of the MH3 commander decks. I can't remember if it's strictly just the normal ones or the collectors. I want to say it's collectors, but it might also just be the standard. I could pull everything up and take a look, but honestly, like, I just don't care. Either way, it's a shit move to do. Because that forces shops to at least buy 4 more boxes of this shit to have the drafts. You know, kind of like the stupid little Baldur's Gate draft thing they're doing for the 30th anniversary of D&D. They're giving a guaranteed Baldur's Gate Collector Edition to every WPN shop that signs up for the 30th edition celebration, because you're supposed to run a draft with the Baldur's Gate draft packs to celebrate the shit. So it's kind of like, if you don't have it, then you're going to have to buy at least one Baldur's Gate draft booster. I mean, I get it. Like, they don't want their shit sitting around to be dead inventory. Like, I don't like my shit sitting around to be dead inventory. But at the same time, I can't force people to buy my shit in order for other, like, things to happen. You know, like, I can't be like, you can't buy from me anymore unless you buy this booster box right now. You know, that's a dick move. That would not fucking fly at all. But yet WotC seems to be able to get away with this shit for just the ultimate, like, privilege of being able to carry and sell their products with the added prize support, which is nice. I get it, but I can't help but think that if they just stopped with the stupid fucking prize support, printing all that shit, things wouldn't be as expensive as they fucking are right now. And that goes for any other fucking game that has, like, free prize support or any of that shit. If they didn't print that dumb shit, do you imagine how much more cheaper your products would be? I mean, that's just something to think about. Sure, participation trophies and everything are fucking nice, but what if your boxes were, like, I don't know, 10, 15 bucks cheaper? Wouldn't you prefer that shit? So, anyways, just kind of had to go on a little tirade about that one, because that was one of my things about, like, striving to be WPN but not really wanting to be WPN at the same time, was for things like this. Like, I don't have to do this, I don't believe. Like, if I don't want a guaranteed allocation of MH3 commander decks, but it's kind of like the mafia pressuring you, you know, like, if you don't do this, something is gonna happen. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So you're going to do the thing they ask you to do so your shit doesn't get fucked up. So, you know, just, that's just the way it is, though, realistically. I don't think it's ever been, like, like, that bad, or whatever, because, like, they did that shit with, what was it? Oh, yeah, Double Masters 22, like, if I wanted to get more of that, I had to buy more Baldur's Gate shit. I mean, so, it's like, they've done it before, so they're gonna do it again, but this is, like, pretty close together, so I don't know how often this is gonna be a thing in order to try to get them to sell through all the bullshit that they've printed, you know? So I'll kind of keep a closer eye on that one and let you guys know what I think, but I hope that's not going to be a thing as frequently going forward. So, I guess with that being said, and Magic not just simply selling anymore, I kind of have a response to a video I watched by MTG Moxman the other day. Don't know if you guys watch him or not. He's I don't know, kind of a small-ish channel. Canadian dude, really cool. Talked to him a few times through email and all that shit, so this is not like me throwing shade or anything. But The video was basically kind of like, spend your money wisely, which you should. Don't buy sealed, just buy the singles, which he's on that bandwagon, as is a lot of other people. But then, like, in the same breath, in the same video, he was like, but yet singles prices seem to be rising. It's like, well, yeah, no shit, man. Like I told him months ago and everyone else. If you don't buy the fucking sealed shit, the singles are harder to get. They go up in price. Ta fucking da. I've only been screaming that forever and a fucking day. So, like, I don't know if it's just people thought that the shit would just stay the same or go down or whatever. Like, I mean, currently, yeah, prices are a little low on everything, but it's just the current market we're in. Which this is not financial advice or anything like that, but I kind of wanted to throw this out there too. There's never a perfect time to buy in to anything, so like, while shit's good now, it's not as good as it was like 4 or 5 months ago, and it won't be as good as it is 4 or 5 months from now. So if for some strange reason you're just kind of like hesitant on buying, I don't know, that $20 or $30 card or some shit, fucking just go ahead and buy it. If you can, just go ahead and buy it, because there's no guarantee that it's going to remain at the $20, $30 mark, and you're going to lose out on fucking dollars if you're trying to pinch your pennies, man. Sometimes you just got to bite the fucking bullet, spend the money, and be thankful that you bought it at $20 when it goes to 22, then 23, then 27, then maybe back down to 25, then maybe back up to 28. You'll be thankful you bought it then. So yeah, just if you can, and it's not going to financially ruin you or anything, fuck up your budget, just grin, bear it, be like Nike, just fucking do it, buy the card, it's yours, you'll have it when you need it. There's no real downside to it if you meet those certain criteria. Just fucking do it. And that's not me trying to drum up single sales for my shop or anything. It's anywhere. I don't give a fuck if you're in, I don't know, like Nebraska or some shit at an LGS out there. Buy the fucking card. The market probably won't be any better anytime soon, so just do it. Anywho, I'm not going to ramble on that one. The other thing that I kind of wanted to throw out there is, I was looking at this and I kept thinking about it, but spoilers. I think, and this is my tinfoil hat theory, that spoiler seasons have done nothing but, well, I guess nothing is a bad thing, but mostly in the last couple of cycles have done nothing but ruin sealed sales. And that's because they just spoil everything. You already know what the set's going to be. You know what every fucking card on the set is going to be. So, like, you just don't buy sealed to actually experience the set. You buy singles, which goes back to my last point. I think that WotC is fucking themselves by doing a spoiler season the way they do it. I'm not saying to not have a spoiler season. I'm just saying that you don't need to expose, 90% of the fucking set during the fucking spoiler season. Like, back in my old fucker day ass, like, I remember when a new set would roll out, you'd get your InQuest or your Scry or whatever the fuck magazine you subscribe to, and they would have, I think it was like the top 10 or maybe top 20, cards of the upcoming set. And that's all you fucking got. You didn't get anything else past that. It was just, hey, here's this little bit out of this entire fucking set. Go. And to figure out if there were any other cool commons or uncommons or rares, you had to buy packs, buy boxes. You had to actually, like, I don't know, be part of the economy of the TCG world, not just, I'm gonna let my shop take all the fucking risks, and then hopefully they'll have something I want to buy from them and help them recoup the cost that they made for cracking open shit or whatever. Like, you guys had to take a part in that risk reward as well. And lately it's just been sorely fucking lopsided, but that's just kind of where we are right now. It is what it is. It's a thing. Shit happens. We'll see what happens on the other side of it. But I really do think that spoiler season has fucked up the sealed market in general. And again, that's just not me saying that because I want you to, you know, buy sealed, because I do. I want you to buy sealed shit. As I've said in other videos, I'd rather make a guaranteed amount off of something than hope to God I make, I don't know, 15 or 20%, you know, cracking shit open and selling singles on top of it, you know, hoping that I hit the fire ass pulls instead of a shit box. So, anywho, um, yeah, that's really just my tinfoil hat take on that. You know, fucking change my mind if you want to. Let me know in the comments. But I really think spoiler season finally fucked up the overall, like, everyone wants to buy sealed thing. I think that's a big part that I guess some people are overlooking just because it's become such a thing that it's just, you know, oh, it's spoiler season, you know, par for the course kind of shit. But I think that really has a role in the shitty overall selling of sealed stuff. Um, I think that's about all the stupid little rambling shit that I've got as far as like markets go with Magic and Thunder Junction. Um, Another thing I want to throw in there for like locals and everything like that. I know that some of you who don't frequent the shop or whatever might be a little perplexed by our buying and trading shit. Um, well, particularly I guess just the cash value and trade in stuff. Cash value just off the rip, right off the gate, is about 35 to 40%. And that's if you've got shit we actually want. Like, if you come with me with like $1 million worth of $1 cards, I'm not going to give you, you know, God, fucking math. I hate math. Point being, I'm not going to give you like, you know, $800,000 for that shit. Um, so, that being said, though, the more you do mess with us, the more we're apt to go up on that. Just ask the people who deal with us a lot. They will end up getting that 45, 50, 55, 60% cash value if we know they're going to be recurring customers. Like, you show us that you're fucking serious, we'll show you that we're serious, you know? Because there's no guarantee that, like, if I give someone, I don't know, we'll say if I give someone $200 in cash for their cards and shit, there is no and they just kind of fuck off and I never see them again. There's no guarantee that I'm going to recoup that $200 out of the shit that they've traded me. Like I've pointed out to some of the regulars, it's like, yeah, hey, I'm still sitting on your card there that I bought off of you 4 months ago. So, you know, just to kind of like, I point that shit out just to like help them understand certain things that go on, you know, to kind of put it into a perspective that they can physically see. Is like, yeah, like, you know, I'm not going to give you 80 cents on the dollar or some shit because I'm not guaranteed to recoup that in a timely fashion or at all, to be honest with you. So, like, you know, it is what it is. It's a protection mechanism for the shop itself. It starts out low, admittedly low, but it's kind of a norm for a lot of places. Like, that 40% mark is kind of where a lot of shit starts. I say 35 just because unless you're trading in hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of dollars worth of shit, that little 5% doesn't make a difference. Like, it really doesn't. Um, you know, like I said, on large enough scale, yeah, that extra 5% will make a difference. But for most transactions, that 5% doesn't make a difference. But again, the more you show us you're serious with doing business with us, the more we show you that we appreciate your business. So just keep that in mind too when dealing with us as far as trading stuff in. Store credit is 60%, just right off the bat. 60% store credit. You know, if you have shit that we're looking for, again, it will go up. It just depends on what we're looking for, what we need, what might be in high demand, etc., etc. That being said, we are working on a billboard thing for the shop with a buy list. So that's going to be something new that we will hopefully have in the next week or two. Just be patient. You know, I have, there's four minions, and then there's me. I don't ask the minions to do a lot of the, you know, boring, tedious bullshit. I let the minions, except for one, Throbo, you know, yeah. Yeah, Throbo's the quote-unquote serious minion. The other ones are just kind of here to help out and do their thing, and like most of them, they just help with general customer service, talking to people, all that good stuff, so I don't bother them with the nitty-gritty bullshit. Even though I know that they wouldn't mind doing stuff like that, I don't feel that it's part of their responsibilities as just them volunteering their time and all that good stuff to be put up with that. So, that being said, oh wait, no, there's five minions. Sorry, Callie. Shit, I was counting people in my head and I forgot about you. Why do I always forget about you? That's sad. You're here all the fucking time. Sorry, Callie, I love you. Anyways, so yeah, forgot where I was going with that one. Oh yeah, that sometimes that back end shit takes a minute because it's just me doing it, and I am a busy bitch, just to put it lightly. So sometimes it takes me a minute just to get shit done. And that being said, I think I'm going to GTFO because I got some cards to scan in, sort, all that good shit. Never-ending process. Yeah, for those of you who were worried about me from the last ramblings I did, I'm fine. Like, it was just one of those days where it was like, fuck. You know, and I just had to kind of get shit out. Sometimes things just get to me, and it just, you know, you have a little sad there every now and again, which is perfectly fine, but I'm okay. Shit just happens. It is what it is. You guys have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you around the shop and all that. If I've left some shit out, I apologize. If you guys ever want to just have a sit down conversation on the webcam or whatever and just we talk, that's fine too. We're more than happy to do that. I've extended the offer a couple of times and people are like, no. So it is what it is. Because I do a lot better when I got some shit to bounce people off of, some feedback, instead of it's just me just bleh, you know, word diarrhea. Oh, speaking of word diarrhea, starting next week, we will be open on Sundays from 1:30 to 7 p.m. You know, as always, if it's dead as shit come 6 p.m. and there's no sign of life outside, we're going to close the fuck up and go home. There's no use in us staying open that extra hour. It'll be me and Throbo on Sundays. The little focus for Sunday is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Edison format and Magic Pioneer, because that's going to be the next thing that is in season for the RCQs. So Sundays and Mondays are going to be the focus on that since we got cleared to do RCQs. We will be doing Sundays and Mondays will be whatever the current season is what Sundays and Mondays will be the Magic focus on. So from 1:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. we will be open on Sundays. just going forward, we're going to see what the fuck happens. If it ends up being a shit show like it was originally, we'll just take it off the docket. Because there's no sense in us being open only making, $50 that day. Even though, yeah, online sales, blah, 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 it still doesn't warrant us to be here, wasting our day when we're only going to make like $50. So, anyways, wanted to throw that one out there too because I almost forgot that shit. Gonna get off of here now. I'm done rambling. Got shit to do. Califreaky again, dude. I am so sorry I didn't count you in that minion count. I don't know why the fuck I forget about you when I'm counting minions, but I do. Don't hate me. You can dick punch me when you see me next. Just y'all have a good one. I'll talk at you later. I'll see you around the shop. And as I've said before, and I'll keep saying it whenever I remember it, life's not a dick. You don't have to take it so hard. Take it easy.